Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Ready to do our own version of Let's Go? Silva's going to lead us, I think, this morning. She is pumped and ready to go. I love it. And my guess is that Derek Spencer will always help her out. So, all right, so let's dive right in. It is Wednesday, which means Guaranteed Rate Affinity is our conversation of the morning. Except I'm not. Oh, yeah, there he is. My goodness, Jose, you were hiding on me. I couldn't find you. There he is.
There I is. Good morning, Rick. Good morning, KW203. How are you, everybody? Just wanted to wish all of you a wonderful Wednesday. It is a beautiful day outside. Sunny, it's beautiful. For my mortgage minute today, I would like to talk to you about maximum financing limits. I got a call yesterday from a first-time home buyer who was telling me she swore she needed to put a 20% down payment to buy a home. And I told her that was not necessary. So I thought may as well bring that as a topic today so I can refresh everyone's memory. What is the maximum financing that a buyer can do for a conventional mortgage, for example? For a conventional mortgage, if it's a primary home, a primary occupant, the maximum financing is 95%. If the occupant is a first-time buyer, and again, it's going to be a primary home, the financing can be up to 97%. So there you have it. For a conventional loan, can be anywhere from 3 to 5% down payment. In Fairfield County, the maximum loan amount is $695,750. So that would equal to a purchase price of $732,368 with a 5% down payment. That's fantastic. For an FHA mortgage, the maximum financing is 96.5, which means 3.5% down payment from the borrower. The property has to be a primary residence. And with FHA, the borrower can finance from 1 to 4 units with the same down payment of 3.5%. For VA, the financing is 100%. So that equals to 0 down payment. The property has to be a primary residence, and it can be between 1 and 4 units. For USDA, it is also 100% financing, 0% down payment. There is actually no maximum loan amount limit for USDA. It is calculated based on the debt-to-income ratio and the income of the applicant. That is my mortgage minute for today. If you have any questions about this or any other topic, please don't hesitate to reach out. I am Jose Vladimir from Guaranteed Rate Affinity, your Spanish-speaking loan officer. Any questions you have, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you.
Thank you, Jose. We appreciate you. We appreciate you both in English and Spanish. So thank you for both sides. All right. So a couple of calendar items for you this morning. First and foremost, we have business builders. This morning, we have a 1 o'clock buyer Q&A. So join us in this Zoom room for that. And of course, 4 o'clock, Ignite continues. We are transitioning out of buyers and into sellers. So anyone who wants to jump in for a quick refresher course on all things sellers will start tonight with the pre-listing package and then transition into listing consultation scripts and pricing late today into tomorrow, finishing up on Tuesday. So do join us for all the fun that happens there. Tomorrow night, team leaders, tonight, do you have a career night at 6 o'clock? Yes, so join your team leaders tonight at 6 o'clock. Again, right here in this Zoom room. So that means Ignite, we will probably finish about 8 or so minutes early. So to clear the room for your team leaders. If you have folks who should be in that career night this evening, make sure you reach out to them today and don't hesitate to jump on at 6 o'clock and be with the team leaders for that experience and support that effort. Tomorrow night at 6:45, just kind of a final reminder, you'll get one more email from me later today on this. We do have, for the first time in over a year, or maybe just under a year, our investor seminar tomorrow for your databases. Remember, This is for you to send to your database so that they can jump on and learn about buying investment properties and growing wealth through investment real estate that you don't have to really do much preparation for. I do encourage you to be on the call as well. Since it is Zoom, you can do it from home if you so choose. Be on the call as well so you know what information I'm delivering to them. So when they call you and say, hey, that dude talked about X, Y, and Z, you're not kind of thinking, all right, well, I have no idea what Rick said. So it does make sense for you to be on the call as well. But do take that opportunity to make sure that your database knows that that information is available to them and being presented tomorrow night, 6:45. I hear the speaker is awesome. So, do avail yourself of that. For those of you who don't know, that's me tomorrow. So, okay, anyway, moving forward. Last thing I want to mention before we talk about our tool is this. We're getting there. However, we've got 3 pools to fill. So what I want you to be certain about is, even if you don't care about the Super Bowl, I know you care about KW Cares. So reach out to Marlon or to Shai and make sure that you grab a couple of boxes today. You can go the $10 a box route. You can decide to be the high roller and go the $20 a box route. What I was noticing yesterday at the ALC meeting is that people were actually doing the mix and the match. We're going to do a couple of boxes on the regular pools. We're going to do a couple of boxes in the high rollers. Again, that's all up to you. If you have a strategy around it, that's cool. Please note, like so many other things, there really isn't a strategy. You just buy a box because all the numbers are going to be put in at random, and we have no idea how the teams are going to score. So if you win or if you don't win has nothing to do with your proficiency in betting, gambling, or football. It has to do, you might as well just roll the dice. However, the good news is you're supporting a great cause in KW Cares. So let's make sure that we sell out those pools. We only have a few days left to finish up the boxes. If you haven't grabbed yours, do grab yours right after this call today. I will expect a surge in telephone calls and emails to Shai and Marlon to get that done. So thank you for your support on that. All right, so let's pivot to the tool that I wanted to bring your way today. Hey, you know what? Can I tease something? Because this tool, the first time I was introduced to this tool was in this program, and so I think I'm going to just choose to tease something today. I was introduced to this particular tool back in Bold when Bold first rolled out in 2000 and I don't know 9 or something like that, and have used it ever since. To kind of track exactly what I need to be doing and where I need to be at all times. And so the tease here is we're bringing Bold back. For those of you who have participated in a Bold before, that should be exciting to you. For those of you who have never participated in a Bold, that should be just as exciting to you. Bold is a 7-week coaching program that the last time we did virtually or digitally. And I think that we could probably all have a really clear consensus that the digital version, is there such thing as a digital version? The digital version of my goodness me, this is live television at its best, my friends. The digital version just didn't quite hold up to what we had all experienced in person. And so the exciting news is that we are bringing Bold back live and in person. We are launching that likely at the end of March. We're just waiting for clarity around our dates. We've requested who we think will be an awesome coach for you. We're waiting to see if our request is granted on that. So we're really, really excited to be able to bring that back to you live and in person, starting late March or early April and going for 7 weeks. So do plan on hearing more about that and plugging in. So this tool was introduced to me back in 2009 in Bold, and it is a tool to really keep you focused on exactly what you need to be focused on. This is the listings needed calculator. The listings needed calculator is a simple Excel spreadsheet that you can use based on your goals to figure out how many listings you need to be carrying at all times. This isn't how many listings you need to take throughout the course of the year. It's how many listings day to day, week to week, month to month, you need to be carrying in inventory to make sure that over the course of the 12-month year, you hit your goals. Right, so let me give you a quick example of this. Right, we use it at the market center level as well, which is actually what these numbers are here. I'm gonna make a different example, and then I'll go back to the market center numbers. So say you have a goal of closing 24 transactions this year, right? That's 2 a month. So 24 transactions, you go ahead and you fill in these beige boxes. So the number of closed transactions that you're going to close this year, buyer or seller, is 24. What this then does is it calculates a 10% fallout rate and adds 10%, right? It grosses up your 24. It grosses that number up to include the fallout, because we all agree, right, that we put transactions together that sometimes don't move through to closing. So you have to always gross it up to calculate some of that fallout. And so in this particular example, that means 26.4, to be mathematically exact, closed transactions. You then choose how many of those transactions are going to be listings, right? And generally speaking, a 50-50 split is what we're talking about. So if 50% of your income is going to come from listings, this spreadsheet then tells you that you'll need to then take to close 13.2 listings in order to hit your 24 number, your 24 closed transaction number. You then have to tell the spreadsheet what percentage of your listings will sell. Right? Is it 50%? Is it 75%? Is it 90%? Like right now, for most of you, that number is pretty high, right? Because it's almost impossible to make a mistake when you're putting a listing on the market in terms of pricing. Most listings are selling. And yet remember that this tool is not just for today when the market is moving crazy fast. It's for all markets. And so I'm just going to put in here 85% just for argument's sake, right? I like to always err on the side of caution. And so let's say 85% of your listings actually sell. So that means you need to take 16 listings in order to have 13.2 of them actually sell, because there is some fallout there, right? That's what this line number 7 says. And then 8 and 9 talk about a turn rate, right? What's the average amount of time a listing is on the market before it goes under agreement and then and quote unquote turns, such that it turns from an active listing to a pending or a closed, right? Right now, I mean, if you look at the market center's numbers on the MLS, just because of the way the MLS works, it's still saying close to 60 days. However, we all know that on average, things are moving far faster than that. So I'm using 30 just to be conservative in terms of average days on market, because I think it's actually a little faster than that for most of our listings. However, let's use 30, knowing that we're headed into some version of a shift as well, so that we can start to see what this spreadsheet says to us. That gives us, at number 10 here, you need to have 1 active listing at all times. You see that green number? 1 active listing at all times. That doesn't mean something you're working on or something you're staging or something that's pending. It means 1 property, 1 listing on the market, active on the market at all times, assuming it's going to be active for an average of about 30 days. So what the spreadsheet talks about is, what is your active inventory? What does your saleable inventory have to look like at all times, every day of every week of every month of the entire year, in order for you to hit those goals? Now, I just want to show you one quick thing. If the market starts to slow down a little bit and that average days on market goes to 60 days on market, instead of 1 at all times, you now need 3 at all times to hit the exact same targets. If the market slows down any further and the average days on market goes to 90 days, you're now up to 4 listings at all times, knowing that if one goes under agreement, you now have to replace that, right? That's the whole idea of active at all times. Do you see how this can really, really be useful in terms of you figuring out where you need to focus your efforts? If you know you need to have a couple of listings on the market active at all times, and you currently have less than that number, well, then your focus is entirely on, okay, how am I moving myself to get that number up? How am I moving towards that active listings at all time number? Because I've watched this work in real life. If you're always below that minimum listings number, guess what? Your closings for the year, both buyer and seller, will always be below your target number. They are correlated. They go hand in hand. So let me, in my last remaining 90 seconds, just put the numbers back here for the market center, because again, we use the same tool at the market center level that I'm asking you to use. By the way, Dan, I think also put this in the chat, so you can download it right from the chat. Dan, put it in again, just so it's right at the bottom there. You can download this Excel spreadsheet. I'll also email it out to you. But from a market center perspective, we have a goal of 3,425 closed units this year, with 42% of them being listings. And our average listings taken to sold ratio is 77%, right? Those are based on our goals. And we know that the market is moving at about 30 days right now. That means as an organization, we should have 169 listings on the market active, ready to sell at all times. As of today, we have 87. Right, so that just shows you kind of where we're at. We're short on active listing inventory, right? Not that that's a big shocker to anybody. However, I want you to understand how we use this tool to say, okay, why are we talking about listings all the time? Because we should have 169 on the market at all times to hit our goals, and we're at 87. So we have to help you, help yourselves, help your sellers get on the market so that we bring those numbers up such that our closed transaction target for the year is hit. Does that make sense to everybody? Is that a fun tool? Are you going to use it? Here's my advice. Don't poo-poo it. It may seem simple, and it may seem like, well, yeah, no duh. If you'll focus on that number, just like focusing on your appointment number per week, if you'll focus on that number at the bottom of that spreadsheet that says, I need this number of listings every single day of every single week, every month of the entire year, and focus your activities to find appointments to support that, that's how you blend your appointment number with that listings needed number and grow your business to make sure that you are hitting your targets. Guys, I hope that's useful. Again, the download is right in the chat, so you can download that spreadsheet right from the chat room. I'll leave the Zoom room open for a smidge so you can do that. I'll also send that out a little bit later in an email to you. I hope this was helpful. Grab that spreadsheet, plug in those numbers, and let me know on Monday what your numbers are. We'll have a fun recap on Monday. Have a great day. We'll see you later.
Have a great day, everybody. Thank you, Rick. Bye-bye.